I'm sitting here at 69 years old, and I need to tell you something that's going to sound crazy coming from someone who made it. My name is Thomas. I'm rich. I mean really rich. Multiple properties. Investment portfolio that generates more money while I sleep than most people make in a year. Cars I don't drive. Watches I don't wear. A closet full of suits I'll never put on again. And I would trade it all, every last dollar, for what I threw away chasing it. But you can't trade it. That's the thing they don't tell you. You can't buy back time. You can't purchase the moments you missed. You can't write a check big enough to undo the damage. Believe me, I've tried. When I was 28 years old, I had a wife who loved me and a 3-year-old daughter who thought I hung the moon. We lived in a small 2-bedroom apartment. I was working as a sales manager, making decent money. Not rich, but comfortable.
My wife, Sarah, used to make these Sunday morning breakfasts, pancakes shaped like animals for our daughter, Emma. The apartment would smell like butter and maple syrup. Emma would climb into my lap with sticky hands and tell me stories that made no sense, and I'd pretend to understand every word. Those mornings were perfect. Absolutely perfect, but I didn't know it. Because in my head, I was already somewhere else, thinking about the next deal, the next promotion. At 28, I had decided what I had wasn't enough. Then I got an opportunity. A friend was starting a tech company and needed a sales lead. High risk, high reward, long hours, but if it worked, we'd be set for life. Sarah didn't want me to take it. I remember us sitting at that same kitchen table. She said, "Tom, we're happy now. We habe inug. Emma's only 3. She needs you here," I told her. "This is temporary. Just a few years of grinding. Then we'll have everything. I'm doing this for us, for Emma's future." She looked at me with this sad expression and finally said, "What if what we already have is everything we ever wanted?" I actually laughed. I thought she was joking. "We're in a tiny apartment, Sarah. Is this what you want for our daughter?" She said quietly, "I want her to grow up with her father." But I'd already made up my mind. I took the job. The first year was brutal. 70, 80-hour weeks. I'd leave before Emma woke up and come home after she was asleep. Sarah stopped making Sunday breakfasts. I was never there. But the company was growing, and so was my bank account. "It's working," I'd tell Sarah. "Just a little longer." Year 2, I missed Emma's 4th birthday party for a meeting. She cried when you weren't there to blow out the candles. Sada told me. I said I'd make it up to her, and I bought her an expensive bicycle. She barely looked at it. She wanted me to teach her how to ride it. I didn't have time. Sarah taught her instead. Year 3, the company went public. I became a multi-millionaire overnight. I bought a huge house with 6 bedrooms and a pool. This is what it was all for. I told Sarah in our new kitchen. She didn't look happy. "Say host side I miss our old kitchen." That place was home. I didn't understand. I thought she was being ungrateful. We'd made it. Year 4, I made partner. More money, more hours. Emma was 7. I'd missed her first day of school, her first soccer game, her first everything. One night, I came home late, and Sarah was waiting in the dark. "Emma asked me something today," she said. "She asked if you still lived here." The words hit me like a punch. "Of course I live here," I said. "I'm working to give her the best life possible." Sarah's voice was hard when she replied, "You're working to give her things. But she doesn't want things, Tom. She wants you, and so do I." We fought badly that night. Year 5. Sarah asked for a divorce. I was 33, successful by every metric, and my marriage was over. "I feel like I'm living with a ghost," she said. "It's too late, Tom. I've been asking for you to change for 5 years. I moved into a penthouse and threw myself even harder into work. It was all I had left. The next 30 years were just more of the same. More businesses, more money, more of everything except what mattered. Emma grew up. I watched it happen through photos and weekend visits. I was there for the big events, but I missed the life in between. Her high school graduation, her wedding, I walked her down the aisle. But the truth is, I didn't give her away that day. I'd given her away 35 years earlier when I chose work over being her father. I'm 69 years old now. I'm sitting in a house that's way too big for one person, with money I'll never be able to spend. I have a long list of achievements that don't mean anything to anyone, not even me. Last month was my daughter Emma's birthday. She's 44 now, with 2 kids of her own. I sent her flowers, very expensive ones, with a card. She texted me back, "Thanks for the flowers, Dad." That's it. That's our relationship. Polite, distant. A transaction. Her kids, my grandchildren, they don't really know me. I'm just Grandpa Tom, who shows up a few times a year with expensive presents. I see pictures on Facebook of Emma and her kids with her mom, Sarah. They're baking together, going to the park, reading bedtime stories. All the things I never did. Sarah remarried 15 years ago to a high school teacher. He makes a tiny fraction of what I make, but when I see pictures of them together, I see something I never gave her. Presence, attention, partnership. She looks happy, genuinely happy, and I'm alone. Here's what I need you to understand, and I mean really understand it. I won the race. I made the money. I built the empire. I achieved everything I set out to achieve, and I lost everything that actually mattered. Because that race is the wrong one. The finish line isn't real. You think once you hit a certain number in your bank account, once you get that status, then you'll finally be satisfied. Then you'll relax and focus on your family. But you won't, because the number always changes. The goalpost moves. There's always another mountain to climb, another deal to close, another achievement to unlock. I made my first million and thought, okay, now for 10 million. I hit 10 million and thought, now 50. Hit 50 and thought, now 100. I'm worth more than $100 million today, and I would trade every single penny for one more Sunday morning breakfast with my 3-year-old daughter, for one more bedtime story, for one more chance to teach her how to ride her bike. But I can't. Those moments are gone. Forever. The crazy thing is, I thought I was being a good father. I thought providing was enough. I thought giving Emma financial security was the most important thing. But a 3-year-old doesn't need financial security. She needed a dad. She needed someone to be there when she scraped her knee, when she had a nightmare, when she was learning to read. I gave her money. What she needed was me. And now I see her being the parent to her kids that I never was to her. Present, engaged. She learned how to be a parent from her mother, not from me. I'm just the guy who pays for things. What really kills me is that Sarah was right. All those years ago in our old kitchen, we had everything we ever wanted. We had each other. We had a healthy, happy daughter. We had Sunday morning pancakes with sticky hands and made-up stories. We had love, real, connected love. And I threw it away because I thought I needed more. A bigger house, a bigger car, a bigger bank account. None of it made me happy. You know, what would a being there? Being present, being a husband and a father instead of just a provider. I meet young people now, in their 30s, grinding away at their careers, 80-hour weeks, missing their kids' childhoods. They all say the same thing I did. It's temporary. Just until I hit my number. Then I'll focus on family. I want to grab them and shake them and scream, "Stop! You're making the biggest mistake of your life. The number will never be enough. The finish line will keep moving, and by the time you figure that out, your kids will be grown. Your marriage will be over, and you'll be sitting alone in a big empty house, wondering where it all went wrong." But they don't listen. Just like I didn't listen to Sarah. We think we're different. We think we can sacrifice family now and just reconnect later. But you can't. That bond either forms when they're young, or it doesn't. So here I am. I have everything a person is supposed to want. Money, success, status, and I have nothing that actually matters. No real relationships, no deep connections, no one who truly knows me. I won the race, and I lost my life. If you're out there right now, chasing that next promotion, that next deal, thinking just a little more, just a little longer. Then I'll focus on what matters. Please, hear me. You won't. The chase doesn't end. What exists is now. Today. This moment. Your partner who wants your attention, your kids who want your presence. The Sunday morning breakfasts that seem so ordinary, but are actually everything. Don't wait until you hit some number to start living. Don't sacrifice your presence for productivity, because I promise you, the money will never be enough to fill the hole that those missed moments leave behind. Last week, my daughter Emma invited me to her son's baseball game. He's 7. I almost said no. I had a meeting, an important one. Then I stopped myself. I thought about all the games I missed, all the moments I sacrificed for work. So I canceled the meeting and went to the game. Honestly, my grandson didn't really know what to do with me being there. We don't have that kind of relationship. I'm not the grandpa who shows up. But as I sat there in the bleachers, watching him play, I thought about all the times I missed watching Emma play soccer. All the firsts I missed, all the memories I didn't make. And I cried, right there in the bleachers, at 69 years old, crying at a Little League baseball game. Not because it was sad, but because I finally understood what my ex-wife Sarah tried to tell me 35 years ago. This is what matters. This, right here. Being present, showing up, connecting, not the meeting I canceled, not the deal I might have missed. This, I'm 69 years old. I have more money than I could spend in 3 lifetimes, and I would give every single penny of it for a time machine. To go back to that kitchen table conversation with Sarah, to say yes to Sunday breakfasts instead of Sunday meetings, to choose presence over productivity, to choose love over success. But I can't go back, no neo voskan. All I can do is sit here and tell you, don't make my mistake. Don't win the wrong race. Don't chase a moving finish line. Don't postpone living for some future perfect moment that never comes. Your spouse wants you now, not when you make partner. Now. Your kids need you now, not when you hit your financial target. Now. Life is happening now, not later. And if you miss it, you'll end up like me, sitting alone in a big empty house, full of expensive things and empty rooms, rich in everything except what actually matters. I still talk to Sarah sometimes, brief, cordial conversations. Last time we talked, she mentioned her husband retired early to spend more time with her. They travel, take walks, have long conversations over coffee. That sounds nice, I said. It is, she replied, and there was something in her voice. Not cruelty, just truth. It's what I always wanted. She got it. Just not with me, because I was too busy chasing something else to see what I already had right in front of me. Please, don't be me. Whatever you're chasing right now, ask yourself, is this what I'll remember on my deathbed? Will I wish I'd worked more? Closed more deals? Or will I wish I'd been there for the moments that truly mattered? You already know the answer. Now, do something about it, before it's too late. Before you're 69 and alone, trying to buy back moments that can't be purchased. The clock is ticking. Your kids are growing up. Your spouse is waiting for you to be present. Your life is happening right now. Don't miss it. I did, and I'm paying the price for it every single day. Subscribe if this meant something to you. Leave a comment about what you're choosing today, the meeting, or the moment, the achievement, or the presence. Share this with someone who's grinding themselves into dust, chasing something that will never make them whole. And please, for your own sake, make a better choice than I did. Because you can't buy back time, you can't purchase presence. You can't write a check big enough to undo a lifetime of absence. Take it from someone who has all the money and none of what matters. Choose differently, while you still can.